It's week one of my Movie of the Week challenge. Peter Bogdanovich's first movie of the year is An American in Paris. The movie follows Gene Kelly as a former American GI who now lives in Paris and is working as a painter. He's living this carefree and artistic life until he finds himself torn between two women, one who is a rich patron who can support his lifestyle, and the other is the woman who he truly wants. As Bogdanovich points out, An American in Paris represents America's hope for the future, but is also a sort of victory lap for Americans who believed that they had saved the world from the threat of fascism. With its long takes of Paris and scenes of dancing along the Seine, the director Vincent Minnelli creates an image of Paris that Americans would long to go to for decades to come, and is proof that, for better or for worse, America was instrumental in creating the iconography of so much of the world, even the parts of the world outside of America. And in the years since An American in Paris premiered, there have been few musicals that have even come close to capturing the magic that it's able to put on screen. But I think there are two modern musicals that do make perfect companion pieces with this movie. First is La La Land. Starring Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, the movie follows two young lovers who both have big dreams, and much like Gene Kelly in An American in Paris, we see them desperately trying to balance the desires of their heart versus their own personal ambitions. And I think La La Land was directly inspired by An American in Paris. Specifically, the scene where Kelly and Karan are dancing along the Seine seems like the inspo for Stone and Gosling dancing in the Hollywood Hills. I'd also recommend Chicago for a double feature with An American in Paris. Both movies won Best Picture at the Academy Awards, and Chicago is also extremely reflective of American values. But whereas An American in Paris aims to show the best of American ideology, Chicago reveals our more embarrassing traits, like the desire for fame and money, the power of the media and how easily it can be manipulated, and of course, the failures of our justice system. While Chicago certainly takes its cues from classic musicals like An American in Paris, Chicago is also able to push musicals into this new era, and it reminded audiences that musicals weren't for children and could actually be used to tackle heavy societal topics. An American in Paris isn't streaming right now, but I do think it's one of Gene Kelly's best movie musicals. La La Land is streaming right now on YouTube Premium, and you can find Chicago on Paramount Plus. I'd love to know from other people. What do you think of An American in Paris, La La Land, and Chicago? And subscribe to my YouTube, Alexa Recommends. Next week, I'll be discussing the movie of the week, number 2, The Lady Eve, starring Henry Fonda and Barbara Stanwyck.